Hey, how's it going? So, my name is David Garcia, and I'm going to be going over my final assignment for week 5, object-oriented programming. So, this is the little game project I worked on. I had a lot of fun with this, and I learned a lot. So, we can start off with the main. As you can see here, I have all my preprocessor directives at the top, and then I included my additional source file right here, line 11. And then I tried to keep my main really clean looking. So I just have a login. I really like logging into a program, so I always try to include this with everything I do for this class. And then one of the objectives was to include a welcome, and then I have that right here. And then this is my main game loop right here, which brings up the menu. And then I have the utility class, and then I just created an instance called RPG to be able to access everything from this class. That's what I did here. All right, let's go over my additional source file. I'm sorry, not the source file, the my header file. Let me change that right there. Header file. Okay, so in this header file is where we try and keep all of the prototypes for the functions here. And then I put the functions in the classes I felt that they belong to. So the first class I created was the utility, and I felt that utility is something like the what the tools for my game would belong. So that's where I put my login, my menu, and then my welcome message right here. And then I have some private data class members, which only what that means is when it's private, only this class can access that information. It's not public to everything else. And I think that's where the only time I use private. I think everything else I made public, yeah. And then I made a class for a hero. Um, I think it's important to have classes because then you can try and keep everything organized. I really liked using classes for this program. But for this little program, I just had one hero, but you could definitely expand on top of that. So for my hero, I have my hero class. I have my data members. I made health points, experience, how much silver they had, the level, and then the type of the how much the attack was, all in integers. And then I made some functions. I think you can call this a public class member function, or some people I saw online they were calling them methods. So I think both are correct. Um, so here, it's a lot of people say it's good practice to use getters and setters, so I just added it here. Um, so for the first one, set health points. Um, I use the reference method here. Um, just accessing that memory where that data is stored at, and just changing that memory area location. Then I made these constant because they're just returning values for the get health points, and all my getters are constant here. Um, and then for my set experience, I'm using the same thing, the references, accessing that memory, um, just passing through that data. Then I made an enemy class. Um, Here I made two. I wasn't sure if this was the right way to approach this, but if it was what I thought was right at the time, I made two data class member areas for like one troll enemy, and then this one would be like a big army of trolls that you would have to fight. Um, and then I gave them their own health points, how much silver they dropped, and how much experience they're worth, and their attacks. And I think this one I just 100 times everything. And then instead of references, what the other objective for the class for this assignment was to have a pointer as well. So just have a couple of pointers for these functions right here for my setter and getters. Um, so I think this was important because then I can incorporate either this single troll or the troll army. So I think that's why it's also important to use pointers there as well. And then I have a class just for battles. Um, the troll battle is just with the single troll information, and then the epic troll army battle is I'm using these data members right here. And then I made an inventory class to keep track of the market and what you can buy and the items that you can have in your storage as well. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. That's going to be in my game additional source file. So here I have the standard hour stream string random. I really wanted to include some random stuff in here, but I just didn't have time, so I just kept it in there. It probably shouldn't be in there, but I also included a vector for the dynamic container for my inventory items. And then I use this to quit the game, the standard library. I've been using this a lot for all my assignments. And then I just include my header right here. So here I instantiate the classes, and there are my objects: hero 1, troll 1, my troll army, the troll battle, and then my inventory here as well. All right. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. So I've been using this login a lot with all my assignments. I just put it in here, but this time I made it a part of a class, so only the utility class can access this method, the login method. So I just ask for username and password. It has to equal my name, and then pass is the password. And then I have some error handling. So if you insert the wrong information, it'll tell you what's wrong and to try again. Then here I have my welcome message. I have the user input their hero name, and then I welcome them and say that their adventure begins now. Then under utility as well, I have the game menu, and this is what's running in my while loop, my main game loop right here. So you'll always have the option to choose whether you want to battle somebody, check your stats, go to the market and buy something. You can check your inventory. And then this game is kind of like a hardcore mode, so if you die, you could die pretty easily and you lose everything. So I give you the option to get reborn again, and then an option to quit the game as well. So here's just my options. If you choose option 1 for the troll battle, this is just some printing out to the console the troll battle. And then we'll go into the troll battle down below. And then if you select option 2, that's the epic troll army battle. This one you can die right away. This is a very difficult battle because it's 100 trolls. So you need to level up a lot by doing small quests like this small one right here. And then once you're a high level, then you can probably take on this troll army. That was just my thought process behind it. And then I forgot to mention, I also have some error handling here. So if you insert the wrong information for the choice for the C in, then it won't go into an infinite loop, and it'll handle any invalid choices. Then later on in my case statements, this is where I check my stats, the market for the inventory, how to check your items when you die, you get reborn, and then to quit the game, I have that exit function. All right, here are my setters and getters for my hero class. Here I'm taking the reference memory data, um, and then I'm manipulating the data to subtract the enemy attack from the hero HP. And then, um, since there's only one hero, I just left it at this data member, but I could probably change it if I want to add like different kind of heroes, like a wizard or a mage or something like that. It would need to be dynamic and not static like this. Um, but just for this assignment, for the one hero, this should work. This works just fine. Um, then for my set experience, so I use this whenever you successfully kill an enemy. I add the experience of the enemy onto your XP, and then once you reach a certain threshold, which we'll talk about later, you'll be able to level up. So that's what I mentioned right here in the set level up. Um, Once you collect enough XP, I set it at 100. This is pretty basic. If I had more time, I would have loved to work on a certain algorithm that could maybe for each. I know in games like whenever you level up, the experience threshold gets bigger and bigger. So I was thinking maybe you needed like a recursive function or something similar to that nature. Um, so if I had more time, I would have loved to do that, but I have something similar. I just have it at 100. So whenever you kill enough enemies, I think an enemy's worth, the small enemy's worth, yeah, 25 experience points. So if you kill them 4 times, then you'll be able to level up. So and then once you level up, um, you're able to I clear out the experience points. Um, I increment the level, and then I add 50 health points onto the level and increase your attack. Um, and I wish I could have built upon this. Like every time you level up, you need more experience points and you need more health point, and then you'll get slightly more health points and attack each time. It's not just static like this. Um, so yeah, it's pretty basic, but it works out just fine. Um, then just the regular getters, get experience, get level up. It just returns those values. For this method is my stats, and it's just simply displaying the stats if you choose that on the menu. I just show off your level, your health points, and how much silver you have, and then your current experience. And then, of course, in all RPG games, you're probably gonna die, so I had to include a death method, and then I figured that once you die, you lose everything. So your health points are gonna go to 0. You're gonna lose all your experience, and I flush out your silver and your level back to 0, because you're not existing in life anymore. And then I include the clear function with the in the vector library to wipe everything out in your inventory. And then every time you die, I say you're dead and you have to be reborn. And then, as you saw earlier, I give you the reborn option in the menu. And then you're just starting off at level 1 with the basic 1,000 health points, no experience, no silver, and level 1. And then we get onto the enemy setters and getters. The enemy only needed 2 because I really didn't care about the enemies. Usually don't gain experience. Maybe in some games they do, but most of the games I know, the enemies are at a set level. So for my first setter, I used the pointer here because that was one of the objectives in the class, and I take in the enemy HP pointer and my hero attack pointer, and then what I do is some little calculation to subtract the enemy HP based off your hero attack power or attack points. And then here I just display I just return the enemy health points after this method. I usually do this after the setter. So let's get into the first battle. So this is just a basic battle against one troll. Here I assign my pointers right here to this memory location for both the troll health points and the hero attack. And then I take that information and then I pass it through here. And then for my hero, I just grab it from the data member. And then this is what keeps my while loop running. It's kind of like an automatic fight. I wish I would have had more time to make it like more random, but it's a set automatic fight, so you're gonna win this every time. But it goes on until either the hero dies or the troll dies. That's why I have that greater than sign right here. So once your health or the enemy health reaches 0, it exits the do while loop. And then if the hero is alive, then I go on with this little area right here. I just say that you kill the troll, and then if the hero lives, I set your experience by taking your experience and then adding whatever the troll was worth, and then I check to see if you're able to level up right here. And then I could have made a function for this, but I didn't. Then I also take, so mostly in most games, the enemies drop like items or like silver. So here I just have a basic silver operation, adding the enemy silver onto your silver. Then I just display your basic stats right here by using the hero 1 instantiated object, and then I'm able to access everything from that class, all the methods in that class. And then if you don't kill the enemy, you suck at adventure games. You let a level 1 troll beat you. This is never going to happen, but I thought it was funny to put it in there. Yeah, so let's move on to the epic troll battle, epic troll army battle. Here, I do the same thing with the pointers. That's for setting the health points for my troll army. So I'm just accessing this area of memory for this data member, your health points, and then the the hero attack power as well. So I have the same do while loop. It's an automatic battle just like the last one. So every time the hero takes damage from the enemy, and then the enemy takes damage from the hero. So yeah, I wish I had more time to work on this to make it more random, make it a little bit more fun, but it was pretty tough. It took me a long time to come up with all this. But I had a lot of fun and I learned a lot. So here, again, this one I have, the hero's never going to win this one. I should probably add if the troll dies, because if you level up enough, it'll take you a long time, but you could definitely level up enough to beat this epic troll battle, but I just didn't feel like I wanted to add that extra check in there. So I just left it out here. So every time the hero is going to lose, and then just die. But maybe I should just add it in there. But if you were to win, I do the same thing, just like the last one. Alright, so here's my inventory class, and then I access the market menu method. And then here you're able to buy some items once you save up enough silver. Right off the bat, I welcome you to the Grand Bazaar. And then I display how much silver you have so you know what you're able to buy. And then once you buy something, I check it with whatever option you chose, and then I have another if statement to check if you have enough money for each item. Um, there's probably a better way to do this, but this was like really simple for me to think and figure out based off like all the readings in class. Um, so for each item, I do the pushback method from the vector um, library, and then it's able to add it into that dynamic container. And then, of course, once you buy something, you have to subtract this over. So one of the things I should have added was that that minus equals. So I really don't need. Sorry, I'm doing this now, but it's like really getting to me. So I have it here. Subtracting this over here as well. Yeah, for every item, I subtract this over. Sorry once again. That's something I just left out. Oops. Okay, I could probably add this here too. And then I gotta format everything. Control K, Control D, save. Okay. So 1 through 7 are the items you can buy, and then number 8 I have a healing potion. So once you get low health, you can purchase a healing potion to increase your health by 100 points, and then it also costs 100 silver. I also wish I had more time to make an algorithm because you can kind of cheat the game because there's no like level cap on this. So if you were so you're able to increase your health permanently using this method. So it doesn't go by your level cap. So I wish I had more time to work on this, but this is just something basic that I added here. Um, yeah. So also, um, and lastly, I have my inventory class and the items method from that class. And here I just do the basic iterator. And from what I remember in the readings, the iterators are like post-it notes that just show the information in your dynamic container. So here I just go through the beginning and the end, and then I display everything in a for loop. So that's all my code. It was very fun writing all this. I learned a lot debugging and writing everything, and let's see it in action. Alright, so right off the bat, I'll do some error handling. So I put in the wrong username and wrong password. You can see it tells you the wrong username and wrong password. I'll put in the right information this time. It welcomes you, and you have to choose your hero name. So I love using Ragnar because I love Vikings. So it welcomes you, Ragnar. Your epic adventure now begins. So let's do the first battle. So let's choose number 1, the troll battle. You spot a nasty looking troll in the forest. Do you fight? Let's fight him. Hit yes. And then you can see you decimate the troll with your whirlwind attack. Chop its head off. The troll did some damage to you, but you got some experience. You're still level 1 and you picked up 50 silver. So let's try option 1. And then you're scared and you don't want to fight. So let's choose no. You turn your back and you die because the troll stabs you in your neck and you die a coward's death and you lose everything. You are now dead and you must be reborn. So if I were to check my stats real quick, you can see I'm level 0 because I don't exist. So I'll have to reborn myself by choosing option 6. So it tells you have been reborn. I'll check my stats again. So I'm back to level 1. I'm alive again. So let's try the Epic Troll Army Battle. So this one I'm too low level. I'm not gonna win this one. So let's try anyway. Let's fight an army of 100 bloodthirsty trolls. After a few minutes, your stamina is all drained up. You become overwhelmed, and you get chopped into pieces. You are dead and must be reborn. So let's reborn again. Let's choose option 2 this time. Same thing, you die. Alright, let's reborn again. Make sure we're still alive. Yep, stats are good. So let's check the market real quick. I have 0 silver. So I'm not able to buy anything right now, so I'll just exit real quick. So let's go slay some monsters because it tells us you don't have enough silver. So let's try that. So I'm just gonna do this a few times, just spamming the first fight. So you can see right away I'm already level 4. So every 100 XP points I level up, and then I got some silver now. So, but my health got low. So let's go to the market and buy some stuff. So I'm gonna buy so I only have 600 silver, so I could buy boots and a healing potion. So let's try that. I'm gonna choose 7, go back into the market and choose 8. So let's check our stats. So our health went up. See, it was earlier it was at where is it at? There is 970. So it increases it by 100. So 1070. And we used up all our silver. But we bought something, so let's check our inventory. There's our boots right here. So let's kill ourselves and let's check our inventory and our stats to make sure it wipes everything out. So I'm just going to do the epic troll battle. Choose number 2. So we're dead. So let's go reborn ourselves. Check our inventory again. So we have nothing. Good. Everything got wiped. And then let's check our stats. Yep, back to level 1. So that's my game. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and it was a pleasure learning from you, Professor. All right.